It is no secret that Todd Chrisley, and most of his family, utilize all sorts of cosmetic enhancements. The disgraced reality TV king has openly admitted his deep love for Botox. Being bars for the next 12 years, Todd Chrisley doesn't have access to Botox, hair dyes, and other tools he may utilize to maintain his youthful glow. According to his daughter Savannah, his hair is already starting to go gray. Todd Chrisley's goes gray, loses cosmetic glow behind bars. As fans know, Todd Chrisley is 53 years old. He, however, takes great pride in having a very youthful cosmetic glow. With the help of Botox, hair dye, and a good dentist, Todd has been able to morph himself into looking a lot younger than he actually is. Todd Chrisley has been behind bars for a month now, and that means he's been cut off from Botox, hair dye, and his dentist. And, from the mouth of his own daughter via her podcast, Todd Chrisley has some gray hairs starting to pop up. On her podcast, she admitted it was shocking to see her father with gray hair as he had the same hair color for such a long time. Savannah described her father going gray as really weird several different times. I will say it's really weird seeing him with gray hair, really weird, oh my gosh. Like, really weird. He's definitely used some color over the years, and now seeing him with gray hair. I'm like, oh my gosh. The way she spoke during her podcast, most of her followers took it to mean she hadn't even realized her father had been using hair dye to color his hair. Fans say this doesn't bode well for Julie. In a thread on Reddit, one Chrisley Knows Best fan regularly reports in because they have a friend who has a family member at the same federal prison as Julie. According to the OP, their friend's family member was unrecognizable after just a few months behind bars. The individual penned, anyway, friend's wife said she could barely recognize her daughter, that she had aged 20 years and is absolutely broken. She's been incarcerated a few months. I realize this is one person's experience, but if you ask me, it doesn't bode well for Julie. Fans have also expressed concern for Julie Chrisley's weight behind bars, as it was no secret she used Nutrisystem to reach her weight loss goals. And they worry she'll struggle to maintain her weight while eating fatty prison food. Unsurprisingly, most fans are just hopeful they'll get to see a photo of Todd Chrisley with his gray hair. Todd Chrisley was known for his larger-than-life personality and flamboyant lifestyle, characterized by designer clothes, immaculate grooming, and a contagious charm that made him a staple in the reality television world. From his time on Chrisley Knows Best, audiences adored his quips and parental wisdom. However, the glamorous facade began to fade when Todd faced the harsh reality of prison life. As Todd settled into his new surroundings, the stark contrast between his previous life and his current situation became painfully evident. The prison walls were cold and gray, a far cry from the vibrant hues of his lavish home in Nashville. Once surrounded by luxury and glitz, he now found himself in an environment devoid of color and luxury. The morning routine that he had once perfected, which included the best skincare products and a meticulous hair care regimen, was now reduced to a quick shower in a shared facility. Gone were the days of his carefully curated beauty routines. No longer could he rely on his favorite anti-aging serums or the salon appointments that kept him looking camera-ready. Instead, he faced the unflattering reality of fluorescent lights and a simple mirror that reflected the toll of stress and confinement. Yet, while many would view this transformation as a setback, Todd saw it as an opportunity for self-reflection. In his mind, he began to reconsider the importance he had placed on appearances throughout his life. During quiet moments in his cell, he would think back to the times he had emphasized material wealth and beauty, wondering if they truly represented who he was. Days turned into weeks, and the reality of prison life settled in. Todd found himself in a unique position, surrounded by a diverse group of inmates, each with their own stories of hardship and resilience. As he interacted with them, he began to appreciate their perspectives and the lessons they had to offer. He realized that beauty wasn't just about skin-deep appearances, it was about the strength of character and the ability to uplift those around him. In the prison yard, Todd discovered a community that thrived on camaraderie and support. He struck up friendships with fellow inmates who, despite their circumstances, shared a sense of humor and camaraderie. They exchanged stories of their lives before incarceration, and Todd found himself both entertained and moved by their resilience. Each conversation peeled away layers of his ego and vanity, exposing the core of who he was beneath the glitz and glamour. One day, while sitting on a bench with a few friends, Todd made a joke about his hair turning gray. The group erupted into laughter, and in that moment, he realized that it was the first time he had truly laughed since arriving. The experience was liberating. He understood that laughter and connection were more valuable than any cosmetic enhancement. As the months passed, Todd's transformation became even more profound. He began to embrace his natural self, learning to appreciate the beauty in authenticity. No longer confined by the expectations of Hollywood, he discovered a sense of freedom in simplicity. His conversations with fellow inmates shifted from superficial topics to deeper discussions about life, hope, and redemption. They spoke about dreams deferred and the weight of past mistakes, and Todd found himself relating to their struggles in unexpected ways. Todd also took the opportunity to engage in self-improvement. He enrolled in educational programs offered at the facility, diving into books that had always piqued his interest but were previously overshadowed by his busy lifestyle. His newfound love for reading opened his eyes to worlds he had never explored, and he found solace in literature. While the days felt long, Todd also took the time to connect with his family through letters and phone calls. He cherished these moments, realizing how much he missed his family and the genuine connections they shared. He reflected on the lessons he wanted to impart to his children, lessons not about wealth or superficial appearances, but about resilience, humility, and the importance of inner strength. Back in Nashville, his family felt the impact of his absence but also his growth. They rallied together to support each other, often sharing anecdotes about Todd's quirky sense of humor and his unwavering spirit. The children learned to appreciate their father's wisdom even more, recognizing that the lessons he was imparting from behind bars would shape their futures. As Todd's time in prison continued, he transformed from a man obsessed with his image into someone who found confidence in authenticity. The absence of his cosmetic glow led to a newfound radiance that shone from within. He became a source of encouragement for other inmates, using his platform to inspire those around him. Through the trials of prison life, Todd discovered a deeper understanding of himself and what it meant to live with purpose.